Hi everyone, it's me, Jill Gillespie again. Full disclosure, I need this video today because this is my several time trying to record it and having technical difficulties. So we will all find calm together today. And so you'll see I've set up my realistic workstation here so we can move using our desk as a prop. And so as you're ready, we'll find that centering place that we're getting so used to finding now. And so I'll add an option today that if you want to support your back a little bit while you're sitting forward, you can even slide your rolled up coat, your blankets, your pillows behind you. If you need that little bit of extra lift and support to help be upright in your seat, but not necessarily having to hold yourself up all on your own. You can be supported, I promise, and it's okay. And so here we'll take that time and we'll find our breath. Give yourself the option to stare at one of your points on the wall somewhere away from your computer. It may be facing your desk. And maybe that place a little bit away from your desk if you need to disconnect for a little bit. And here we'll breathe and find ourselves in centering. Remembering that phrase, that mantra, that intention that carries us through, that keeps us anchored. Remembering that we are not our job. And let's take a few big deep breaths together here. And lastly, and remembering that we can bring those gentle shoulder movements in, finding those circles, those stretches, something that feels nice, that can help us undo the stagnant stillness that maybe we've been stuck in all day. And now here we might turn toward our desk, noticing where there's opportunity for peace within the mess. And we observe this mess. We remember our practice. We remember our breath. And if at all possible, you can tell that stuff that you will get to it when you're ready. You will get to that email once you've had time to think clearly. You'll let your eyes rest and get to those documents when you have clear vision. That for everything that's waiting for us, it can always wait just a little bit longer until we're in the right mental space to take care of it. And sometimes that means slowing down. Sometimes when we start to do our work from that place of interrupted breath, from stress response, we answer not honestly, we don't answer correctly, and then we end up creating more work for ourselves because we have to clean up after that time we acted before we were ready. And here I invite you to take those breaths, to reread, to reevaluate, and then respond. And so in that little bit of time that you feel that tension, we remember that we can breathe and we'll soften. And then if our workspace allows, we'll let our fingers dance a little bit, wiggle, have nice big space in between the fingers, maybe flicking the fingers away, really moving them in a way that's different than when we hold our pens or answer our emails. Give them that freedom, that memory of good times, of other activities. And then you might even circle the wrists a little bit here too. And then as your space allows on your desk, and you may have to move your chair a little bit to bring this comfort here, I'm going to scoot a little bit closer. We can start to take our hands onto our desk and start to walk our hands away from us, starting to curl our back a little bit, stretching our shoulders away from us now, as if our shoulders could just walk away with our hands. And then once you find the biggest stretch that you want to take, we'll kind of soften our head between our hands or our arms here. And take a couple of big breaths. If there's a compression happening around your belly, you might widen your stance to give yourself room. And here we breathe and take that moment. And then we'll start to slowly curl ourselves back up. Letting our head be the last thing to come back into place. And then it might feel nice to raise the arms up overhead and make a box shape, maybe grabbing opposite elbow if that feels comfortable, or maybe taking the hands behind the head. Letting the blood run in different directions, moving energy around, breathing. I am not my job. I don't have to answer that yet. And then we'll exhale, we'll start to bring our hands back down to our sides. Let the blood come back down our arms. And now we'll start to bring our arms behind us. And so you'll start to bring your shoulders back and draw the shoulder blades together. And so depending on your chair, this may be as far back as you want to go with your hands, and you can utilize the sides of the chair. You may be able to extend your arms behind your chair. You might grab around the back of the chair. And then once your arms are in position, really roll the shoulders back, draw the shoulder blades together, and see if the chest, the rib cage want to come out a little bit. And your head might come back a little, you might look up a little. Breathing here in this place. If it's intense on your neck, you might neutralize your face a little bit. And then we'll exhale, we'll start to come back through neutral. We'll move our shoulders again. Just noticing how we're feeling. And then we'll add a little bit of side opening here. I'll turn so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to rest my hand maybe in my thigh or maybe on the armrest in my chair, depending on where our connection is best. You might recruit that cushion and rest your arm on that, whatever works for you. And then we'll take that arm, the other arm, and we'll reach it overhead. And so depending on your energy and the space that you have around you, it might be weird to do this in the office. So it might be a little more subtle. You might give yourself a hug around the front. Or rest the arm in the lap. Maybe take the arm behind. If somebody walks by, you can nod, indicate I'm very busy right now. If your arm is overhead, you might try to reach your fingers even farther away. You might change the sensation by leading from your elbow. And then we'll start to slowly let the hand come back down. We'll come back through center. We'll switch sides, finding our setup on the other side that we like. Letting that arm rest. And then finding our stretch overhead on this side. So you can continue reaching. The hand can rest down wherever feels good and right in this moment, in this place that you're in, to allow you to breathe and enjoy this practice. And then again, if that arm is reaching, you might be reaching the hand or reaching from the elbow. And then we'll start to release, soften back through that center, sit up. Find those shoulder rolls. And find any other movement you're craving before it's time to return to those emails. Taking a few last breaths in stillness. Remembering that we can slow down and really take time to respond thoughtfully, correctly, and with compassion for whoever is receiving our work, because they may need this practice as much as you do. And you can stay here, or you might bring your hands over your heart. Sitting and breathing for as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for this practice. Peace.